Brought to you by Virgin Media. A new era of entertainment awaits on Ireland's fastest broadband network.
Out in cinemas this weekend is The Man Who Invented Christmas, starring Dan Stevens. Since exiting Downton Abbey back in 2012, Dan Stevens has been paving the way to become a superstar in the making. After shaking up his image in the cult favourite The Guest, in which he played a troubled soldier with a shady past, he's gone on to flex his acting muscles playing Sir Lancelot in The Third Night at the Museum movie.
Sir Lancelot, at your service.
Theodore Roosevelt, President of the United States of America.
I have no idea what that means.
After that comedic turn, Dan Stevens scored huge success playing the lovelorn Beast in Disney's live-action version of Beauty and the Beast. I recently sat down with a rising star in London to talk about playing Charles Dickens, filming here in Ireland, and what he thinks about playing James Bond.
It's about a miser, and on Christmas Eve, he meets some kind of supernatural guides.
Does it have a title?
Humbug, A Miser's Lament. Christmas ghost story, Christmas song, Christmas ballad, something like that. Get the name right and the character will appear. Scratch, Scrounger. Come on, Scrooge.
Shut the window. You think I'm made of money?
Much of this enchanting film was shot in Dublin, so before we even got started, Dan wanted to take the opportunity to thank all of his Irish colleagues.
I would love to say hi to all the Dublin crew. We had such a great time making this and they were amazing. I had no idea how much of Georgian Dublin is still there, standing, beautiful, unspoilt. And yeah, we filmed all over.
You're in Gardiner Street, right?
We were in Gardiner Street,
Bray.
We were in Bray. We built a studio in some sort of meat locker out on the sort of west side of the city. But we were in all sorts of really, really beautiful locations. And yeah, it was fantastic.
Humbug. So he's had a couple of flops? Well, who hasn't?
You have a new book in mind?
Oh, of course he does.
Do you think this will encourage children to put down their iPhones and start reading some classic novels like we did in school?
That would be lovely if that was an outcome of this story. I think if anybody goes away and is intrigued to read a bit more Dickens or read him differently or be less afraid to approach him, and I think that's what it did for me. I went back and looked at works that I thought I knew and saw them in a whole new light, just appreciating the man who invented Christmas.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, you and I are going to do wonderful things together.
Merry Christmas to one and all.
James Bond, your name has come up.
Has it?
Bond. James Bond.
What are your thoughts if you were offered the role of Bond?
If we shot it in Dublin, I'd be all over it. I loved working there. Let's say that. That's my answer.
Ooh, he's giving nothing away there, but what about his recent completion of Apostle, the eagerly anticipated period thriller directed by Gareth Evans, who brought us the Raid films? Apostle.
My Brexit movie.
Yes.
Yeah, love that boy. The Welsh Tarantino. Just absolutely a very, very gifted filmmaker, just so excited and engaged. It was a tough shoot. We were shooting down in Swansea last spring, and you know, it was amazing, but it's unlike anything I've done before.
That's enough. Back to work.
God bless us, everyone.
Lovely guy, Dan Stevens, and Virgin TV customers can now see his breakout role in Downton Abbey with On Demand.
Brought to you by Virgin Media. A new era of entertainment awaits on Ireland's fastest broadband network.